Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mikey Report for October 14th, 2010. I'm Mikey Edwards. Glad you can be with us here on this Why did I say 14th? It's the 13th. Pardon me. Glad you can be with us. We have a lot of news to get to. First off, some real good news out of Chile. The miners who were trapped in the San Jose mine for 10 weeks, 69 days if you want to be a little bit more accurate, have all been rescued as of 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All 33 miners were rescued with great speed and flawless execution from that mine. One after another were hoisted through 2,000 feet of rock after they were trapped in there for those 69 days. It was very efficient, very timely. It took about 22 hours because it started at started around 11 o'clock last night. So very good timing for the rescuers in getting them out, and thankfully enough all of them survived and everything went well. But we go to some more disturbing news, some somewhat disturbing news. The Defense Secretary, Robert Gates, has spoken out the day after Judge Virginia Phillips, the district judge in Riverside, California, after she ordered the Pentagon to cease the policy of 17 years, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which barred openly gay people from serving in the U.S. military. Gates said abruptly ending the policy would have huge ramifications. Quote, I feel strongly this is an action that needs to be taken by Congress, and that it is an action that requires careful preparation and a lot of training, end quote. So, I do agree with him, and I know I've talked with one or two more people. They also agreed that it is very worrisome potential for friendly fire that with this having the openly gay servicemen and women. When Ms. Phillips gave the decision Tuesday, gay rights organizations were rejoicing, crediting her with getting accomplished what President Obama and Washington politics could not. And it is very disturbing. I think she's been behind a lot of this gay rights stuff, and I'm very not really worried, as concerned. And if she ever becomes like a Supreme Court judge, then I would worry. That is just my personal opinion. I prefer the anti-homosexual issue side because of not only faith, but also it's just sane. It's just, for me, it's just proper. Anywho, we have midterm elections coming up in just about 3 weeks, and Michelle Obama, the First Lady, is stumping in the battleground states of Illinois, Colorado, Connecticut, Wisconsin, California, New York, and Washington for the key Democratic Senate races in the midterms. First Lady is much more popular than her husband nationwide. Less than 1 in 5 respondents say they view her negatively. So that's definitely a good sign, but maybe not so good, because the Republicans, I think, might still have the edge. We'll see. We'll have election coverage for you on the November 2nd Mikey Report. Sox had games today. They also had games yesterday. Not as big as today, though, as industrial and materials companies led the way. The Dow Jones Industrial was up 75 and plus change to 11,096. NASDAQ was up 23 and change to 2441, and the S&P 500 was up 8 and a third to 1,178. And that is very good news as stocks continue that rise, as September was a plus month, and now we see it come in the middle of October, so that's good. I think they were going up pretty sizably, because I don't remember my last Mikey report saying 11,096 or 11,000 period. So that is definitely some good news. And as we move on to weather, we had pretty nice weather here in our Phoenixville studios, where high temperature was 65 degrees. Up in Mount Cobb it was 62, but it got very chilly. And our new city that we are featuring is Buffalo, New York. I know quite a few people from Buffalo, so the Buffalo area, Amherst as well. Shout out to the Robleskis up in Amherst. We have current conditions of about 40, probably low 40s up in Mount Cobb, mid 40s here in Phoenixville, and probably just a little bit of probably high 40s in Buffalo as well. But we have a major storm that's going to be happening, similar to last year's nor'easter that happened right around this time too. That's approaching northeast region of the U.S., and it'll bring soaking rain and heavy and strong wind during the day, at least in the northeast region, Thursday into Friday, and coming through on Saturday as well in some parts of the Mikey Report viewing area, more or less the I-95 corridor. So tomorrow we will see rain and heavy rain all across the northeast, where our major weather forecasts come from. We're looking at having temperatures of 57 up in Mount Cobb, 61 here in Phoenixville, and 53 up in the Buffalo area. Rain and showers are going to linger Friday, as temperatures will be in the 50s. And as we go throughout the weekend, it becomes clearer, and we don't see rain until Wednesday, again, where showers are possible. We have temperatures pretty much ranging in Phoenixville in the low 60s, and in Mount Cobb, the Scranton metropolitan area, and the Buffalo area in the mid to high 50s. As we move on to sports, we have a couple big things. Playoffs are underway in baseball. We also have a lot of injuries in the NFL, and also more NFL news to tell you about, including the power rankings. So let's get to it quickly. First, we got the baseball playoffs. As you can notice, I'm at a little different position than normal, because I got the Yankee symbol behind me, because the Yankees are in the playoffs. They are facing the Rangers in the American League Championship Series on TBS. Game 1 is Friday at 8 o'clock. CC Sabathia versus CJ Wilson. For Game 1, Phil Hughes will be going against Colby Lewis in Game 2, which is Saturday at 4 p.m. And then Cliff Lee and Andy Pettit, which is going to be a good Game 3 matchup. And Game 4 is AJ Burnett versus Tommy Hunter. Game 5, 6, and 7 are, if necessary, and to be announced. But we also have a League Championship Series on Fox, which is the National League. Phillies versus Giants. Of course, I'm in Phoenixville, so I'll be getting a lot on that. We have Halliday versus Lincecum for Game 1. I kind of figured that one out, and that's going to be a good one. That begins Saturday at 7:30. Game 2 is Sunday at 8. Hamels versus Jonathan Sanchez. That just came across the wire, not today, actually. Sanchez starting Game 2 instead of Matt Cain, who will actually be starting Game 3 facing Roy Oswalt, and Game 4 is still to be determined on the pitching matchup. Game 4 will be 7:30 next Wednesday on Fox, and Game 3 is Tuesday at 4 p.m. Wow, that is an early game, surprisingly. But we have more baseball news. Bobby Cox has retired, and the Braves have hired Freddie Gonzalez, former Florida Marlins manager, after Cox retired on Monday. Now we move over to NFL news. Jay Cutler is going to be starting against Pete Carroll's Seahawks on Sunday afternoon for the Bears. Cutler last week was suffering a concussion after his 9 sacks the week before against the Giants. And Jermichael Finley is out 8 to 10 weeks for the Packers with a right knee injury. Michael Vick is not ruled out for Sunday's game against the Falcons. However, he did not participate in practice, so chances are iffy. So definitely keep your eye on Fantasy Watch. I will be giving some fantasy projections and news coming up on either tomorrow's or Friday's Mikey Report. So definitely keep tuned in. NFL Power Rankings. The AFC North is dominating the top 2 slots. Steelers at 3-1, who had the bye week, and Big Ben coming back, facing Cleveland nonetheless, who's 1-4 on this season. And the Ravens, who won last week, they are 4-1, and they are facing the Patriots on Sunday. So that will be good. The Saints dropped from 2 all the way down to 9th with their loss. Saints are 3-2 on the season. Titans move up 7 to the 12th position. They won 19th with the win over the Cowboys on Sunday afternoon. As we look at the rest of the AFC North, Cincinnati is 2-3. They are in 3rd, about a game and a half behind Pittsburgh, and the Browns are 1-4. In the NFC East, we have the Giants, the Redskins, and the Eagles all at 3-2. Eagles nudged out the win last week against the Niners without Michael Vick, so that was good for them. McNabb has been, and Shanahan has been doing good. Have been doing pretty decently for the Redskins, even though it has been ugly. And Giants are getting back on track, so that is good. Dallas, they want Wade Phillips fired. That's just what it is. But that's it for the Mikey Report for Wednesday, October 13th, 2010. I'm Mikey Edwards, and for all of us on the Mikey Report, including background noise from my good friend Devon Avant, I'm Mikey Edwards saying good night, God bless, and see you next time.